Hi, this is Anna Steinman from Realtor, and I'm here with Chris Colston, CEO of Second Chance Credit. How are you, Chris, today?
Doing well, Anna. Great to see you again. Always beautiful with a beautiful smile of yours.
Thank you. Same here. So, Chris, tell us, please, what does your company do?
So the interesting thing about us, we're not a credit repair company. We're a credit advising company. So yes, we help clients fix their credit, but we don't just fix credit. We also see the pros and the cons in the credit report. So if they're missing trade lines, we help them get trade lines. If they're overpaying for an automobile, we help them refinance it so they could lower the monthly payment and they have a better DTI, debt to income ratio. So it's easier for them to get approved for the new home, but also it's easier for them to save money. Everything for us in our company, Anna, is about helping the client fix their credit, establish credit, but also save money and simplify life for them. So we're very passionate as credit advisors in doing that for our clients.
That's excellent, because I see a lot of clients that they want to buy a house, and then when we pull out their credit, they have that credit, and they think that probably they can do it by themselves, that they can fix their credit. I always try to advise them that it's better to go with a company that knows how to do it, because it will take it will take them forever, but there are different ways how to do it and why your company is so experienced in doing this. And they will get a better chance to save their credit or fix their credit right away than waiting for a long time. And they, at the very end, they are not saving any money because they are not buying anything until they fix their credit, correct? So why is this so difficult, or why is this not so easy to do it by themselves, and they need some kind of company like yours to help them?
Well, they can do it by themselves. They can wait 7 years for things to not get sold and fall off their credit. But what are you doing in 7 years? You're missing a lot of opportunities. You're missing a lot of saving money. You're overpaying for things if your credit is not good. And this is the thing that makes me extremely passionate, is that no one teaches you in the United States of America about finances and credit. Correct. And Anna, the major reason why they don't teach you about this is because the United States of America runs on debt. The more debt you have, the more money they make on you. So why are they going to teach you? So if there's no teaching, there's no curriculum on finances and credit, do you think that the normal 9-to-5 customer is going to know how to fix their credit if they don't do this as a full-time job?
Exactly. So why do they have bad credit? What do we have a bad credit, for example? Why?
Overspending. Simple as that, Anna. Overspending. Too many people buy too much garbage, junk that they don't need, and then they're too much into debt.
Correct.
So debt counts as 40% of your credit score. So your credit score could drop anywhere between 30 to 40% just by having too much debt. And if you have too much debt, Anna, then how can you make payments?
Correct.
If you cannot make payments, then you have a negative late payment on your credit report, and you're losing 60 to 100 points per late payment that you have. So it's a big snowball effect on why we have bad credit. As well, Anna, here in Miami, right, where we live, where a lot of the Latin communities, a lot of us have the same name, Jose Rodriguez, Maria Perez. What happens is that the credit bureau does not know who is who. It's just a name, an address, more or less who they think you are. So you may get information from another person in your credit, or even more common, Anna, us as Latins, we name our kids after us.
Right.
I have a client, Anna, this is crazy. He's from Puerto Rico. All the males in his family, todos los hombres in his family, are named the same. Same first name, same last name. The only thing difference is the middle name. So this client has bad credit from his grandfather, has bad credit from el tío, his uncle. because it's cross-referencing because they have lived before in the same house, they have the same name, social security numbers are kind of alike, and they're not checking their credit. So they just think, okay, my credit's okay, my credit is good. But if you're not checking your credit every month or every 3 months, how do you know if things are really good? So this is why the main reason why we have bad credit, because there's no education on anything about finances or credit. So if there's no education, how are you going to be proactive with items?
No, and then after, on top of that, they have medical bills. Sometimes they even have bank repos. They have student loans. So how does that affect also the credit?
So medical bills is the most common item that I see on the credit report.
Yeah, me too. I see it all the time.
So many of us have insurance, right? Medical insurance, and we think that our medical insurance is going to cover 100%.
Correct. But they don't.
And that does not happen. They cover up to 80%, sometimes a little bit more. Or if you go to someone out of network, then they bill you. And then when we get the bill in the mail, we think, you know what? My insurance is going to cover it. No, if they're sending you a bill, it's because the insurance is not covering it. And now you need to be proactive in calling the insurance company to see what's going on first. And second of all, you contact that hospital or that doctor billing you to see why they're billing you. But if you ignore it, Anna, what they think is that he's not going to pay me or she's not going to pay me. So now they'll put that account in your credit report, and it could be as small as $10. I've seen it, $10, and your credit score now drops 60 to 100 points.
Correct.
By that collection. So now you can purchase the house, or you cannot purchase your automobile, or you cannot do the refinances. So do not ignore things that come to you by the mail. Always double check and triple check. Right. Now, you said there about repossessions. Repossessions, going back again, we overspend on things. We want to buy automobiles that are too expensive. We want to buy that Mercedes, that Lexus, that BMW.
No, or probably they co-sign for somebody for a car, and then that person is not paying the car loan. So, and they don't know what's going on, and somebody else used their credit, to purchase the car, and then now they have a car repo.
Remember, Anna, before there used to be that saying, you never lend your automobile and you never lend your wife.
Mm-hmm.
Now you do not lend out your credit.
Correct.
Because that same reason, Anna, and I'll dive deeper into the pool with you on that. So when you co-sign for anything, but right now we're speaking about an automobile, right? You're responsible for those payments as well.
Correct.
If they're saying, I'm going to make the payment, yes, I will trust them, but I'm also going to be verifying them. You know what, Anna? Yes, you're going to be making the payment. Once you make it, please send me a copy of that statement, or send me that confirmation that you send that payment so I know. You got to be on track of things. If you do co-sign for someone also, try to help them that within a year, they can refinance the automobile under their name. So that automobile comes out of your name. Why? That debt, let's say the automobile costs $20,000. When you co-sign, that person has a $20,000 debt, and you also have a $20,000 debt.
Correct.
So now you became más gordo de deuda. You became more in debt. Now you can't move. So now that counts against you when you want to do something. Let's say you want to get into an investment, but now your debt to income ratio is all screwed up because now you have that extra debt of the automobile de la persona que ayudaste. So it hurts you. So I'm not a believer in co-signing for anyone, even your spouse.
Right.
So let's say you and your husband, with Marlon wants to buy an automobile. It goes under Marlon's name. You want to buy an automobile, it goes under your name. Do not share things because now you guys are adding debt onto you. So,
right. So how does a person improve their credit in order to buy a property, for example?
So let's go back to the student loans, right? So student loans, you asked me about the student loans, how it affects your credit. Student loans are very tricky. If you have a student loan of $50,000, just for example, Many times you do not have one loan that sums up to 50. You have a lot of little loans that add up to 50,000.
Correct.
So if by any chance you miss one payment, you're not missing one payment on one loan. You're missing multiple payments. Because let's say the payment of $400 does not go to one loan, it goes to 5, 6 little loans. So you got to be very careful with that. So for the student loans, set up automatic bill pay. A lot of the people that I see, a lot of the student loans are doing the income-based repayment. Okay, so they'll see what your income is. And if you qualify for a lower payment because your income is lower, right? Then you can accelerate and pay off more of the debt as well. So it's something really cool. There's some deferments that you can do. I don't really like the deferments. I'd rather people still send a little bit of money, $50, $100 to tackle them. But student loans could really hurt you if you miss a payment, or they can hurt you because that's also part of debt. So when they do the finances, they either count as 0.5% of what you owe or up to 1% of what you owe as your monthly payment. So you got to be very careful. I was just talking to a doctor today, a dentist, that he has $400,000 in student loan debt. So I'm helping him refinance that so he could get a lower monthly payment because he just started his profession as a dentist. He just got out of school. So we're doing an income-based repayment so the payment will be lower. Once he starts making more money, then he could send more to liquidate that debt. But yeah, student loans are very tricky. And also if you co-sign for people, that will show up on your personal credit as well, Anna.
Right. So how does the person improve their credit in order to buy a property or a car or whatever they want to buy? How do they improve a credit?
I'll give them free tips right now. Do not buy junk. Do not spend money, guys. Do not. If you have a credit card, only utilize 25% of what they give you. So if someone gives you $1,000 credit card, you can only use $250 at all times. It's not, I'm going to use 1,000 and I'm going to pay it off tomorrow. No, because what happens is that payment takes 30 days to cycle through. If it has not cycled through, you're not gaining the points. You're losing 30 to 40 points from it. So do not buy crazy stuff. More now in the holidays. I'm actually doing a seminar on Friday, and I would love for you to join. It's a 30-minute seminar on holidays and credit. So I'm telling people, your loved ones already love you. You don't have to go and overspend on them. They just want your love, your caring, your time. So do not overspend. Also, if someone in your family has good credit, you could be added to their credit as an authorized user. So what does that mean, Anna? A lot of people get confused with the authorized.
An authorized user in the credit card.
In the credit card, yes. So let's say, for example, you add me to your credit card. Now, once you add me to your credit card, I inherit everything positive from you.
Correct.
Let's say you have a credit card for 20 years. Now I have a 20-year-old credit card in my system because you added me to it. But also, let's say that credit card has a $20,000 credit limit. Now in my system, I inherit $20,000.
Correct.
And now I'm strengthening my credit right away. That happens in just 30 days. So if you add me today, in 30 days, it shows up on my credit report. Credit scores go up. But now, Anna, you got to be careful with those. Because now, let's say you miss a payment.
Correct.
It goes on me as well. Or let's say you spend so much money on Christmas, your debt went high. It also hurts me. All right. So you have to become an authorized user to someone that has good credit and knows how to manage their finances very well. That will help you out a lot. Also, another cool thing that a couple of banks have is called the secured credit card, the prepaids. They are great. A couple of the big banks, they have it, but a lot of those credit unions, they have it. So a secured credit card is prepaid. You put $1,000 into this account. Now they give you $1,000 credit card. So it works like a debit card, Anna, but it reports to your credit report as a credit card. So it's really cool because now your money is helping you.
Right, and you use only whatever you have on that credit, on that credit card.
You know what I'm telling my clients now, Anna, to make it even more simple? Do not use the money. It's like a savings account. Put the $1,000. Do not use it.
And do not use it.
Because if you use it, counts as debt.
Mm-hmm.
So it hurts you, brings your credit score down. So if you leave it there like a savings account, now it's just giving you credit at all time. And that right there will help you out in just 30 days. So if you have a client, Anna, that needs 10 points, 20 points quickly, secure credit cards, 2 or 3 if they can, and then authorized users. We want to be added to an authorized user that is 5 years or older. That's the key. And something that's $5,000 and more.
Excellent. Those are very, very good tips, Chris.
And you know what? Also, a lot of the people will tell me, does my credit hurt that person? Let's say you add me to your account and then I have bad credit. If you add me to your account, I'm inheriting your credit. You are not inheriting my credit because I'm not giving you access to my bad credit. So I'm not hurting you whatsoever.
I see a lot of people that also have collections on, for example, phone bills, cable. They cancel the cable. They did not return the router or the router of the internet, and they put it in collection. So is it a good way to repair this, to call them and fix and and pay whatever they owe and do an arrangement with them? Is that a good way to do it?
It could be, Anna, and I'm seeing that a little bit more now. Before, the companies will be like, you could settle with me, but I'm not taking it out of the credit report. You're still gonna have that blemish, that negative notation that you were a bad client, that you missed a payment, or that you're in collections account. But now, Anna, this is a great tip. They have a couple of these companies has what is called the pay to delete. So you pay them back the money that you owe, and they will delete the account from the credit report. Before a customer does this, they must speak to a representative. They must get a letter stating
in writing,
that if I make this payment, correct, that if I make this payment, it's gonna be deleted from the 3 credit bureaus, not 1, not 2, all 3 credit bureaus, and to tell them by what date that will be removed. Some companies are doing it, some are not. If they don't do it, then they can hire a company like mine or anybody else that does credit, and they can help them eliminate that account, that negative notation, and also that debt. All right, but
so
yes.
What's the procedure when somebody has a bad credit and you need to help them because you're the experienced person that you know how to do it? I know it takes some time. It takes up to a year or a little bit more, sometimes less, because it depends on how many debts they have. But what is really the process on how do you fix their credit? I know it's like every month you have to send letters and call and it's a lot of work. And that's why I always recommend them to hire a company instead of doing it themselves, right?
Yes. So the process is there's nothing robotic that we do. That's what makes us different than a lot of the companies. So we don't do online disputes. We don't do simple letters. No, we do a thorough investigation on what's going on the credit report. So we analyze the names on the credit report. What variations do they have? If they have your correct first name, if they have your middle name, if they have your last name. What about if you have 2 last names, right? You're married and you're carrying both last names. If they have it correctly. We also see the year of birth that they have there, your birthday. A lot of the times they get that confused. How your social security number is recorded there. The addresses on the credit report. Sometimes you may have an address, Anna, that you have never seen ever in your life. And what does that mean? That means that somebody has used your credit with your name with another address. These are all strategic approach that we use to be able to force the credit bureaus and the creditors to remove it. So we start a whole legal investigation to be able to win the case, remove the negative items, remove the debt. But also, Anna, like I said, this is what makes us really special, is to understand what you have on the credit that is good, and understand what you have on the credit that is not good and what's missing.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could have bad credit, we fix it, but you don't have anything positive, you don't have no credit cards, you have no automobile loans, you have nothing, you're not getting anything at this time. Because now you went from having bad credit to having no credit.
No credit at all. Right.
So you're back again to square one. You're wasting time. When you thought that you were saving money, you're wasting time.
And you can do this, and you can do this for anybody in the whole United States. It doesn't have to be somebody that lives in Miami, correct?
Even in Puerto Rico, I've actually helped out a judge in Puerto Rico fix their credit, because Puerto Rico is a small island. Everybody knows each other. She didn't want to give it the business to somebody there. Her brother's a friend of mine here in Miami, and it was the same thing. She got the credit report. She mailed it to me. We did the work. She got the results, and it was all done. We've had clients also in Alaska, California, everywhere in the United States we could do. And all of our meetings now, thank God to Zoom. Now, all of our meetings, when we set them up, we do a Zoom video with them. We explain them the whole process, and we get rocking and rolling. Like yesterday, on Saturday, I had a meeting with a client that he right now is in Spain. His sister's the one helping him out with all the paperwork here, but I did the Zoom meeting with him in Spain. So it's great. It works perfect.
Yeah, that is excellent. So guys, listen to me right now. We are here with Chris Colston from Second Chance Credit. Talk to him. What is your phone number, Chris?
So our office phone number is 305-951-8381. That is 305-951-8381. And the website, Anna, the website is so cool. I just redid it. It is the number 2, the letter N, the letter D, chancecredit.net.
Excellent. So guys, if you are considering buying in the near future, or probably in 1 or 2 years, let's start fixing your credit right now. It is now the moment to start fixing your credit. He will see what you have, how he can do to help you out, and we can buy in 1 or 2 years. So again, Chris, I thank you very, very much for being here with me today and giving this all this information to our clients. And hopefully, we'll do another webinar or so, another podcast in the near future, and so we can give people some important tips on how to fix their credit. Why do they have bad credit? What do they need to do in order to keep up their credit all the time? Correct? Anything else that you would like to tell them?
Also, for a lot of the business owners that we deal with, Anna, please speak to your realtor, speak to your mortgage professional, and have them speak to your CPA, so that you get to actually put the amount of money that you're making. Because I see it a lot, Anna, that people sandbag their income and they cannot qualify, to get a mortgage, to buy things. You need to declare money.
Correct.
You need to declare. So the credit is important, but also your finances and how you report them is very important, Anna. So this is very good what we're doing, because we're preparing the future buyers to buy the right way, for their offers to get accepted, and for them to get the best interest rate, so they can get the lowest amount of payment and they can save money. It's about saving money and living a very simple life.
Excellent. Thank you very much again, Chris. And we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Anna.
Thank you very much.